Hello everyone, I'm Rob Smith of the Smith and Black channel here at Ticker Talking. It's Tuesday. It's the Strat Attack show where we get in the urban assault vehicle and see what's going on. Unfortunately, we're parked. It's not doing much. So, I'm not going to waste too much time here. Real snooze fest. We had an inside day on the Monday. We did get a little selling at the afternoon in the SPY, which is good because we want to get out of this. This weekly is a nightmare. We are nowhere near taking that out, and that's where you can get really chopped up or really bored like we've been seeing here. If you go to QQQ, also, how are we not going to be an inside week, right? So we could use a little movement, right? We don't like to anticipate movement. We like to get on board once it is going, and they aren't. So Dow Jones Diamonds goes inside day. And look at that, right? Dead in the middle, and we knew this was coming. Unfortunately, it's here. So, I'm sorry, Diamonds did not stay inside. They sold off at the end of the day. So, it is what it is. So, we're just going to stay on weeklies because of those weeks that I just showed you, we want weeklies that are taking out last week's highs or lows, right? That's actually doing something. They're twoing, right? So, if you go to the Apes, GameStop is RevStrat week to the upside. A lot of things, the problem is we're hitting magnitude already, which means to take this, this, and this out, and then seeing a real stall out. All right, so just be aware of that, but it is right now in force, so we'll see if that anything comes of that. We got the Ford Motor Company also taking out last week's highs. Still, like a lot of things, also the problem here is you might still be inside month, right? So that's a problem because you got stuff like Apple rotting away is inside months and all that kind of stuff. But on the weeklies, Palantir and Palantir. Another thing that we're seeing here is a lot of those inside months not following through to the downside and starting to reverse here. Like so, let's say that you took Palantir on the monthly break. Then, unless we have a reversal against us, you're good. But you did have a reversal against us here. Triangle layout. All the horizontal support guys are gone, right? So here, now you can come back up for the rest of the week. Over 2030, right? So a nice little move so far. If you go to Plug also pokes down, two up. There's your reversal on there. And the good thing for Plug on that is that you can potentially change that month back green. You're getting close to it. So we'll see if that holds as well. Macy's, some retail. Still month and upper, holding that, and taking out last week's highs. Here, just kind of stalls out today, and this is the problem anytime you go into some slight higher highs. We would prefer to come back to previous range, like here. Triangle layout, boom, 2-2, and off she goes. If we go to CCL, and some of the pandemics taking out last week's highs as well, just not going too far as RCL. That takes it out a little bit, and you've got like Uber. You've got the airlines, a bunch of airlines taking out last week's highs, American, United, Alaska, all that kind of stuff. And to see if anything comes out of that. You have Twitter. Twitter slightly pokes up on that and then just craps out towards the end of the day, like a lot of things. This is what we're seeing when I say exhaustion risk. And they go up and do what they're supposed to do originally, and then they just the rest of the day, and that's why in this environment I was pretty clear. If you had something else to do today, I would have gone and done that. So if you go to Snow weekly 2-2 reversal. Now coming back to previous range, this is good. We like to see all this, all right? Because we've already stopped out all these guys down here. Now trying to launch pad up there. So Snow, good on the week here over 210.88. If you go to Triple D. Also, looks 3-2 to the upside. It's also green on the month. All right, when we had a nice little run today, and we'll see if that continues here. And I always watch that with SSYS. Oops. There you go. SSYS. Gold. And gold had a nice push yesterday and just kind of holds up there. So I'd keep an eye on gold. Gold's still here on the weekly. Got this Momo Hammer going, so you can watch all your buddies, your J-Nugs, and your J-Nugs, your Newmonts, your RGLDs, and all that kind of fun. If we go to Roku, Roku fighting to go inside week and up. And so Roku above 323.50. All right, so far so good. If you go to D-Dog, here is inside week and up over 82.82, just slightly over that. And that's like one of those many things that I'm talking about that are trying to do reversals against the inside month and down. We would have preferred the walls come tumbling down one big old puke. We didn't get it again. If we go to crowd, Crowd trying to come back up and set up the TheStrat monther off the 2-2 weaker right up into here. So we'll see if you go to ENPH, and that's starting to work on over that 122.85. It backed off at the end of the day, but for the rest of the week you can watch that level. Downside not too much, but you do have some home builders like ITB here struggling, getting closer to taking out that week with XHB. And that tells you Home Depot's trying to go 3-2 down. That means Lowe's going 3-2 down. DHI here, and you can see that Weyerhaeuser. Some of these home builders in trouble here in Lennar. But we'll take it day by day because it's been tight, tight, tight. And hopefully we get a bunch of inside weeks, and then we get bigger breaks next week. All right, that's going to do it for today. I'm Russ Smith. This is Black Channel here at Ticker Talk with Strat Attack.